Welcome to a cold and blustery Acumen Stadium on the campus of St. Clair College in Windsor, Ontario. The snow you can see is falling, and it's time for the OFSA Metro Bowl presented by T. Litson. My name is Dan Dominguez. I want to thank you for joining us. I'm high atop Acumen Stadium in the Leuna 625 broadcast booth, and we're going to have this OFSA matchup between the Holy Trinity Titans out of the LASA Conference in Ontario, and they'll be taking on the Richview Saints from the Toronto District Secondary School Athletic Association. Both champions from their region. The Titans you see with the black and purple coming, with the purple numbers coming onto the field. The red and white jerseys of Holy Trinity. Richview in the red and white. Holy Trinity, my mistake. In the dark. And we're going to kick things off here on this cold Monday afternoon here in Windsor, Ontario. I've had a couple of bowl games already today here on We Digital Productions. Our presenting partner, Leuna 625. Bear Creek, they won the first matchup early this morning, 10 a.m. that one kicked off. And Assumption College just won the matchup that just finished about an hour ago. So this is bowl game number 3 here from Acumen Stadium. We're going to be kicking off from left to right across your screen as Richview is going to kick things off. So as I mentioned, it's a windy day. Snow's been kind of blowing in off and on throughout the day. Definitely the coldest it's been all day long. So that will be a factor on the field for both these teams. Richview getting the ball ready to go. They're going to have to hold that one on the tee for the kicker, it looks like, as they get ready for the run-up. And we're ready to play, and the ball's up in the air to the near sideline. That's going to sail out of bounds. Referee reaches for the flag. He whiffed once. Now he's got it as that ball sails out of bounds. Our referee we'll hear from shortly is head ref Dave Frank. We'll get the official word. And a kick out of bounds, so they'll move the ball up. And the Titans are going to start with the football. They're going to start things off on the 40-yard line. Quarterback starts under center. Christian Brown is their quarterback. He hands off, just goes around the left end, fights off one tackle, falls forward. Looks like about a gain of about 5 yards on the play. So good first down gain, 2nd and 5 now. The ball's going to be on the 45-yard line. So Brown in the huddle. He's a grade 13, 6'2" quarterback. Under center, he's got 2 backs behind him, a couple of wide receivers on either end. Quick pass, gets dropped. They do blow it dead, so it was a parallel. It didn't go backwards, so no fumble. Intended receiver there was Dane Hurley, unable to come up with that. So the 5'11" receiver couldn't handle that one. That looks like it's going to bring the punt team on here in the first minute of play. They look to punt it away. High into this guy, sailing on the near side towards the sidelines. Good catch on the sidelines by one of the officials here at the college. And they're going to have the ball, looks like right at the 45-yard line. So that was Smith on the punt. So the Richview Saints now take the field. Red jerseys, white pants going left to right on this windy day. Snow letting up a little bit. It was coming down for a few minutes there just before kickoff. They start out with 4 receivers on the far side. And that's Ethan Cochran from the gun. Little end around handoff. That's Jones Donald going around the edge. He's got the corner. He gets pushed out of bounds right at the first down marker. It looks like he's going to have enough. And it is enough for a first down. They move the chains. Good speed on the end from Jones Donald. So that moves the ball just past midfield. They break the huddle here. 10:30 to go, first quarter. Third bowl game of the day here at St. Clair College, Acumen Stadium. Drops back, looks deep, down the seam, man, right wide open through the hands of the receiver. Tristan Mackins couldn't come up with it. Cold day, that ball just went right through the fingers of Mackins. Looked like a good ball from the quarterback. It just went through the fingers and it falls in incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10. So a big opportunity from Richview. Falls to the turf. They'll look what they can see what they can do here on 2nd and 10. Couple of receivers on the near side. 2 backs with the QB. It's going to be a quarterback run. Not a lot of room. He gets brought down right at midfield by a couple of tacklers. That's going to bring on 3rd down. Looks like Wisdom McKinday was in on the tackle, number 55. So that's going to bring the punt team on. So it's 3rd and 10. Ball right near the stripe. Clock moving here in the first quarter. They're going to throw it to the left side. They got a man, but he drops it. So they tried the trickery early. That's Austin Rihas with the pass. But the receiver couldn't hang on. So that's going to be a big turnover on downs at midfield. A little bit of a wobbler. And looks like the receiver, that's Mason Franco Derrick, trying to maybe run a little bit too early before the ball got there. And that ball falls to the turf. And we have a changeover on downs. So both teams have had possession. Not really much movement so far. Christian Brown again, still under center. He's got a couple of backs with him. Fakes the handoff to the fullback. Running back has a big gap up the middle. Breaks it near side. He's at the 30, 20, heading for the pylon. Touchdown! The Titans score on a big run right up the gut. They're going to take an early 6-0 lead. Number 11, Elijah Felix with a huge run right up the gut. And then hits the sideline, a 55-yard touchdown early in this one. And the Holy Trinity Titans take a 6-0 lead over Richview. They'll line up for the point after. Bit of a high snap, handled well. And that ball is down. So it's a 7-0 lead. A huge touchdown right from midfield. So right around 55. Looks like it's even on the other side. So a 56-yard run. Untouched. Doesn't look like even one single Richview player got a hand on him. And you can see the speed from Felix. Able to reach that pylon for the major score. And they have an early 7-0 lead here, getting closer to the midway point of the first quarter. So the Titans getting ready to kick off with the lead. Holy Trinity, they're out of Cordis, Ontario. As they get ready to kick this one away. Their head coach, Derek Sheridan, has to be happy with what he's seen so far in this first quarter. A little two-hopper. That's Jones-Donald again. Jones-Donald, some wheels are on the far side. He's got a little bit of room, cuts back, past midfield, and finally dragged down at the 50-yard line. A great run back. The score is wrong. It's backwards. So they're gonna have they'll fix the score on the monitor here. Holy Trinity had that touchdown as they lead 7-0 with 8:31 and counting to go in this first quarter. Richview now with the ball after that big run back by Jones-Donald. This time the quarterback's under center. Handoff to the lead back. He's down at about a 3-yard gain. There is a flag on the play. And that's going back against the offense. He had a little bit of room, but the tacklers came in quickly. That's Abdullah Amar with the run. We'll wait for the official word from head referee Dave Frank.
Holding number 77 on the offense. 10-yard penalty, remains first down.
So holding indeed the call. They're going to back them up 10. So they'll be at 1st and 20 now. They're now back on their own side of the field. Tough day to put the ball up in the air, but we'll see what Richview can do here on 1st and long. They are from the gun. 4 receivers near side. Little end around handoff again. That seems to be working. That one's tripped up. The ball comes loose, but the runner looked like he was down. So they keep using Christian J.D. Jones-Donald around that end around. He also had the nice kickoff return. But this time the tackler just got enough of him to drag him down. So that's going to back them up again. And it's going to be 2nd and a long way to go. 2nd and 28. They're back almost near the 43, just on the other side of the 42-yard line. They do shotgun, but they're going to run this one, trying to get some field position. Again, in trouble. Just swarmed by black jerseys. And they're going to have to bring on the punt team. So you can see that's Cochran looking for somewhere to go. And he didn't have much room back in the backfield. So that's going to bring the punt team on again. They tried a fake last time. They tried to throw off to the side, but this 3rd and a mile, they're not going to be able to do any trickery here. They're going to have to punt this one away. A little bit of a low snap, handled by the punter. Gets a good one off. Receiver has a little trouble chasing it down. Finally gets it inside the 30. And he finally steps out of bounds right around the 35. And that's where Holy Trinity is going to start their next drive. So it looks like he got to the 37-yard line. You see the low snap. The punter able to get down and get the punt away. It was a nice end-over-end punt. Looked like they missed a face mask there. Looks like there might have been a bit of a face mask, so Richview got away with one there as Dane Hurley had the run back. So Brown under center again. Another handoff, another big hole up the middle. Falls forward for 5 or 6. So they're finding a lot of room. The big guys up front doing their job for Holy Trinity. The Titans are getting some room up the middle for some big gains, making it easier 2nd down. So it's 2nd and about 5 from the 42. We're getting close to the halfway mark of quarter number 1. He's got 2 backs behind. Handoff fullback this time. Busts through one tackle. Still on his feet, trying to push forward. He's going to come up maybe a hair short. We'll see where the referee spots the ball. Looks like the FAR official has him a little bit short, but we'll get the official spot. You can see a great job by the fullback, just churning his feet and getting a little help from the offensive lineman as well. That was Christopher Capuccitti, the offensive tackle, 5'9", helping his running back, helping his fullback move forward. And they do give him the first down on the spot. So the running game doing well so far for the Titans. They look to pass again. Far side, same play through the hands of the receiver. Dane Hurley couldn't handle that one. That's the second time we've seen that throw parallel to the line of scrimmage. You can see the quarterback quickly releases it. Really jumped well on defense by Alex Shinnis. Dangerous pass. If Shinnis can jump that route, he'll be home free. So under 5 to go now. Take a quick moment. Thank our presenting partners, Leona 625, for helping us bring you this high school football OFSA Bowls here on We Digital Productions. 2nd and 10. Quarterback drops back, looks deep. Pocket kind of collapses, so he moves forward and gets dragged down. He's going to be short of a first down. He had some time. He was trying to look deep on the near side. That was Hurley again on the near side is where he was looking. And finally that pocket collapsed and he had to try and push it forward. So Christian Brown scampers for a few yards. So they got 4 or 5 yards. Looks like he's got 5 still to go. And they're going to bring the punt team on. So they're going to punt just on their own side of the midfield stripe. Low bouncer. He's got trouble with it. They got all sorts of white jerseys, but he does get a short kick away. And Richview is just going to fall on it and have great field position. So not a great snap. The punter couldn't scoop it up. Looks like there is a flag on the far side. Probably a no yards penalty. We'll wait for the official word. You see Richview heading to their bench doing a good job on defense. Looks like they're going to pick this flag up.
There is no flag for no yards. The ball did not make it to the line of scrimmage. First down.
So they indeed pick it up. So a good stop for Richview. They trail 7-0. 4:09 to go here in quarter number 1. Cold, windy Acumen Stadium here in Windsor, Ontario. Little handoff, little draw up the middle, falls forward for a few yards. That's Amar with the run. So we have all these teams from north of this area, so we had to welcome them with the cold weather they're used to down here in Windsor, Ontario. Definitely the coldest day I think we've seen this year. 3.5 to go. Holy Trinity leads with that long touchdown run early in the first quarter by Elijah Felix. Quarterback in trouble again, wrapped up, and he goes down for the sack. A big loss. Lost 10, 15 yards on that one. We'll see again on the replay. So they try that little end around, so not a sack. They hand it off again to Jones Donald. That play not working so far for Richview. That little end around to the wide receiver. Unable to get Jones Donald some space on this wide Canadian Football League field. They're going to have to punt it away. Low bouncer. Kind of scoots past the returner. He finally picks it up inside his 20. Backpedals even more. Now he's down to the 12-yard line. Loses quite a bit of yardage on that return. You can see the ball's already scooted past him here. So he picked it up at around the 19 or 20 and just kept going in the wrong direction. So Thomas cost their team about 15 yards. letting that ball get past him and then backpedaling on the return. So the Titans are backed up a little bit now. They're back on their own 15-yard line. 2:45 and counting, quarter number 1 in this OFSA Bowl. Christian Brown, again, still under center. They do a handoff up the middle, cuts back, big hit on the far side. Nice hit, that's 65. Unfortunately, we don't have a 65 on our roster. DeGowan, I think I heard on the PA call. So it's going to be 2nd and 5 to go from the 20-yard line. Holy Trinity's got receivers in motion. They try a handoff up the middle, nowhere to go. And he's brought down well short of the line to gain. That was number 3, Caleb McElhenney on the run, but he had no room, and he gets dragged down. Looks like he even lost a little bit. So they're going to be backed up in the road end, probably looking to punt here on 3rd and 6. The Titans are forced to punt. Good snap, gets it away, doesn't get much on it. Nice bounce, it's going to roll all the way to the 50, and finally scooped up by Richview. Pushed out of bounds, Jones Donald is, and they'll take over on the 46-yard line of Holy Trinity. So we've seen a lot of Jones Donald for Richview so far, as they try and get the ball in his hand quite a bit. So 1:17 and counting. From the gun, he's got a back behind him. That one flag right off the bat on that one. The procedure penalty coming.
Procedure, number 60 on the offense. 5-yard penalty, remains first down. Thank you.
So that'll back them up here on first down. They'll have 15 to go. They're set up shop on the 51-yard line now. You can see movement on the line before that one got going. Again from the gun. Shin his hands off. Nowhere to go. Gets dragged down. Amar gets tackled after a very short gain. Holy Trinity defense trying to get their team back in the, trying to keep Richview from getting on the board. You can see the big tackle, the outside linebacker flying in for the hit. And that's also the touchdown score. That's Elijah Felix. So two-way player, the big touchdown run, now the big hit there on first down. So we'll see if they put the ball up in the air as they're mixing up quarterbacks. That looks like Rhea now. Rhea's going to look to throw. He's got a man down the middle, just underthrows him. Didn't look like he had a good handle of that ball when he threw it, so maybe he didn't have the laces. Little bit of swirling wind throughout the stadium as well. And you can see that ball just kind of slide out of his hands and underthrew a wide open wide receiver. Franco Derrick was there. And they're going to have to punt as Rhea heads back. In the punt formation, he stands at his own 47-yard line. As the clock ticks down, this should be the final play of the first quarter. He gets it away. High punt. Received at the 20. Looking for room. Trying to go wide. There's a man there. Just gets past him. Finally returns to the 20 and has a bit of an edge. Gets shoved into his own bench. Does a nice job on the return. That's Dane Hurley again for the Titans. So that's quarter number one. Looks like it's in the books. The referee's having a little discussion at midfield. We'll wait for the official call at midfield. And there was a flag. You can see it now on your screen, the flag. Offside on the return team. They're discussing what they want to do with this penalty.
Offside on the defense. We're going to move it up 5 yards. We're going to re-kick.
So it's a 5-yard penalty, and they're going to re-kick it because you can see he received it about the 20-yard line. He got chased down around the edge, but once Hurley found a little bit of space, he was able to get the ball up a few yards, and it was a good kick by Richview. So they're going to make them boot this one. See if they can push them back a little bit more. A little trouble with that snap. There's a man there. Does get it off. And that caught in the middle of the field. Another flag. That should be another no yards. So lots of flags in this one so far. Again, we're going to have to wait for the head man, Dave Frank, to give us the word. I should do it for quarter number one, but we'll wait for the referees.
No yards on the kicking team. 15 yards from the spot. Caught. First down.
So indeed it is no yards on the kicking team. And we'll see if they switch up sides here. He hasn't waved his flag to officially end quarter number one. And you can see once he returns, gets under that punt, you can see red jerseys already all over him. They need to give him a 5-yard buffer in Canadian football. And looks like they are going to do even one more play here as the defense hustles into position for Richview. So we're going to have one more play here in quarter number one. As Holy Trinity have one more play coming from right to left. Little handoff on the end around. Kind of wrapped up, breaks the man, but he's going to have nowhere to go. A big loss on first down. Looks like he lost almost 5 yards on that one. And that finally ends quarter number one. So from Acumen Stadium, the 2023 Ossa Bowl, Holy Trinity leads after one quarter, 7-0. We'll be back after a quick break.
Manpower. That's our specialty. We use it to build infrastructure, like the $1 billion Parkway. That's real manpower in action. End to end, over 1,000 strong, forming bridges, carving out tunnels, shaping roadways. Our manpower is in demand. Well-trained, highly skilled, tough as nails. We've got what it takes to build your career. A solid career for building a better future. LiUNA. Feel the power.
And we're back here at Acumen Stadium. Cold Monday afternoon, the first day of the 2023 Ossa Bowl. 9 bowl games from We Digital Productions over the 3 days. Holy Trinity has the ball, second and long. Their own 33. They look to pass left side. Christian Brown's back. Looked like his arm got hit a little bit. Got it off. Caught. And he's at the first down marker, but he did step out just enough for a first down. That should move the chains. Beautiful pass and catch from the Titans on that one. Christian Brown had a man in his face and got rid of it. That's Hurley. He's been their all-everything player so far. You can see he kind of toe-tapped out on the out of bounds marker. So Hurley, the 5'11 senior, grade 12. We've seen a lot of him so far. He goes both ways. He's a cornerback as well as a wideout. We've even seen him on the punt return. So 3 ways if you include special teams. Christian Brown again working from under center. Fakes one handoff Comes near side. Battling through, keeping his legs turning. Dragged down at the 49-yard line. Richview with the tackle. That looks like 65. That looks like McGavin again in on the tackle. So there's a few guys there. He threw a few on, but yeah, McGavin is one of them, and he rips him down to the turf. So he gained 3 yards, 2nd and 7. Ball's on the 49-yard line. 10.5 to go here in the first half. Christian Brown squats behind his center. Quick handoff right at the gut. Nowhere to go. No gain. That's going to bring out 3rd and long. And that's Evan McGavin again. He's been everywhere for Richview. As they get a big stop, so that's going to bring 3rd and long. So McGavin's causing a problem for them on the line right now. Holy Trinity had a little bit of success early on running up the middle. McGavin seems to have shut that down for the time being. Punt formation. Have a slow arriving snap to the punter. It's received well just inside the 30 and finally dragged to the turf. It looked like Mackin's on the return. Got a few yards. Gets a good punt off. Able to field it in the air with these windy conditions. Just the odd flurry here now. It's the first time we haven't seen too many flurries here on this first day of the Ossa Bowls. Richview will take over on their own 34-yard line. Under 10 minutes to go now here in the first half. Richview trails by 7. Looks to pass. Up to C, wide open, it's caught! Franco Derrick has one man to beat, but he finally is going to get wrestled down inside the 15-yard line. A huge gain for the Saints. The big wide receiver was fighting off the tackle. There is a flag. We'll have to wait on that. You can see how wide open he was and just tried to outrun the smaller corner. And the cornerback pretty much had to ride him and just drag him down to the turf to keep him from hitting pay dirt. So the referees have a discussion. We'll see what the call is on that. And there is a player down next to the referees as well. You can see him there. So they're going to get backed up a little bit, it looks like. It looks like...
On the play. What number? Number 12, red. Tripping. Back 10 yards from the spot. First down.
So there's a tripping penalty. Anthony Dillon was the injured player. He got helped to the sidelines. He looked kind of hopping off under the assistance. So there's a tripping penalty about the middle of the field. So that's going to push that back. They would have had the ball inside the 15. You'll see here again on the tackle. The trip happened kind of off to the right of the screen. But instead, that's going to bring the ball back all the way to the 39-yard line. So a huge penalty there for Richview. They would have been in the red zone. But now are backed up almost to the 40. Shotgun. There's that inside handoff. Looks to throw, tucks the ball away. Gets shoved out. Doesn't look like any gain on first down. So it looked like for a second Jones Donald was going to bring the ball up to throw. You'll see here, kind of gets that ball in his right hand, thought about it for a second, didn't have anyone to throw it to, and finally tucks it in as he gets knocked out of bounds. So still a stiff wind here around Acumen Stadium. So it's going to affect some of those balls in the air. So you'll see probably more of a running game, but we'll see on 2nd and long if they do decide to put it in the air, and they drop back. Cochran throws, got a man down the seam, just over the defender, but on the turf. The quarterback did take a hit. Referees are coming in. I don't know if there was another flag or not. There is a flag, it looks like. So it looks like it's going to go against the defense. Again, waiting for the official word. It was on the far side near the line of scrimmage.
Offside on the defense. 5-yard penalty remains, second down.
And it was offside against the defense, so a big penalty. They'll give them another shot here on second down. It'll be 2nd and 6 now, 8.5 to go. Can't quite see it on the bottom of your screen, but they had someone, looked like, yeah, right there, number 11, looked like he got across the line a little too quick. That's Elijah Felix. The only man to have a touchdown today, the only score in the first quarter. This is a handoff right up the middle. Lots of black jerseys there. The Titans wrestle him down to the turf. A minimal gain. We'll see what they do here. 3rd and 5. Kind of a no man's territory. Feels like it'll be a little too long for a field goal in these conditions. And probably too deep in the territory to try and punt. So it looks like we got a timeout. Richview's going to want to talk about this one a little bit. I'm going to take this time again to thank our presenting partners, Leona 625, for helping us bring you this high school OFSA Bowls 2023 here at St. Clair College, Acumen Stadium. My name is Dan Dominguez. I'm coming to you from the Leona 625 broadcast booth. You can see the Richview coaching staff talking about it. So we got a busy week of football, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. There's Tuesday's schedule up on the board for you there. At 10:30, St. Michael's against the local team, the Herman Green Griffins. They won the city title, lost in Swassa, but they'll be still in the bowl game at 10:30. The Golden Horseshoe Bowl to follow, Huron Heights against Corpus Christi. And then the Central Bowl, 5:30 tomorrow afternoon, evening. A. Ed Meyer against the Swassa champs, the Ursuline Lancers. And they look to have a big crowd here coming in from Chatham, Ontario. About an hour down the 401. And we'll have one more game after this one as well. So we have wall-to-wall football action on We Digital Productions. So that brings it to 3rd and 5. Shotgun formation. Drops back is Cochran. Cochran's got a man wide open. It's hit by the safety and knocks the ball loose. Incomplete pass. That's going to turn the ball over on downs. It looks like Jones Donald was there with the reception. We'll see here on the replay. Cochran with a good throw. And he was just going to have it. Maybe a little alligator arm because he could feel the hit coming. And a big hit from the safety to jar that one loose. That's Jalen Connell with the huge hit and a huge turn over on downs. And Holy Trinity takes over with a 7-point lead with 7.5 to go in the first half. So we'll see if they can capitalize. We got a whistle. There's Christian Brown, the tall quarterback, number 17 for the Titans. And we do have a timeout. Holy Trinity wants to make sure everyone's on the same page on this big play. Nearing the halfway point of the second quarter. So we got 7.5 to go. There's a look at the Richview Saints. They had a big opportunity there. They at one point had the ball down to the 14-yard line before that tripping penalty, and that brought the ball all the way back. After that, another play up the seam. Almost had a big gain twice, almost in the red zone. But Holy Trinity doing a good job defensively to keep them off the scoreboard so far. So 1st and 10. Brown still under center. He's got a couple backs with him. Handoff right up the middle. Gets wrestled down. Gain of about 3 yards. That's number 33 on the run. That's Caleb McElhenney on the gain. So they're going to have about 7 yards to go here on a big second down. Christian Brown checks that playbook on his wrist. After getting the call from the bench, they have to hurry up a little bit here. They've been taking quite a bit of time. You see them hustling around to get set. Brown looks to throw, looking near side. Look like his arm might have got hit. That ball falls incomplete. Looked like 24 was in on the quarterback a little bit. That's Ryan Forte. A little disruption on the quarterback, unable to get a good, clear line of sight. That's going to bring 3rd and 7. Looks like the punt team coming on. You'll see 24 come around the end. There's a couple pressure from a couple different Saints players. Another, not a great snap. Good job by the punter to get a high punt off. Caught on the logo. He backpedals a few. Looking for room, and he's going to get ripped down to the turf. And that's number 33 as well. We've seen him a few times, Caleb McElhenney, with the tackle on special teams. So that high punt was able to get it up in the air, received nicely just inside the 50, but great punt coverage as 33 chases him down as he tries to cut back. And a great one-on-one tackle by the Holy Trinity special teams. So Richview will have it again. Teams have been changing possessions quite a bit in this first half. Just over 6 minutes to go in the half. Low-scoring affair. We've seen low-scoring games pretty much all day long. This weather, definitely a factor. The cold, the wind, a little bit of snow. Handoff. Just over the right tackle. Doesn't look like he got much. Almost got the defense to jump on there. Had a bit of a hard count, it looked like. So Amar, again, with the run. We've seen he's been the lead back most of the day here. We've seen quite a bit of Jones-Donald. They use him, it looks like, more on those end-around, inside handoff type plays. Cochran under center. Oh, this time drops back in the shotgun. Looks to throw, comes near side. He's got a receiver there. And that ball's on the turf. Noah Zaborowski unable to come up with it. So he had him pretty much wide open on the near side. Just a little over his head, got his hands on it. I'm sure the receiver would like to come down with that one. Unable to do so, and that's going to bring the punt team on again. Austin Rhea. We saw Rhea fake one earlier. This time he gets rid of it off the side of his foot. Not a good punt at all. And that'll set up Holy Trinity. Pretty good field position. Just on their own side. Right at the 50-yard line. Looks like they're going to set it up. Referee points on 1 yard closer. So 51. Exactly 5 minutes to go here in quarter number 2. Dan Dominguez here with you on We Digital Productions, bringing you the 2023 Ossa Bowl games. Cold, windy, Windsor, Ontario. Holy Trinity now with that 7-point lead. They'll look to extend here in the final minutes of the first half. Run on the far side. Bit of a gainer. They get a few yards. The lights. Ask them to get the lights on. So that's Felix, Elijah Felix. You see Felix kind of going on the far side, a little bit of a cutback, and that's where he's able to push the pile forward for a good gain of 7 yards. So it's 2nd and 3. So important 2nd down here as Holy Trinity looks to move the chains. Hasn't been a whole lot of first downs in this one. Drops back to throw. Pocket collapses. He's going to get ripped down for the sack. Richview with about a 3-yard loss on the sack. Christian Brown had nowhere to go. He was looking for a quick hitter. You'll watch him. He takes it. He's looking left the entire way. And it looks like he was looking for Hurley on the quick out, but it wasn't there. They had a defensive back all over Hurley. So that's going to bring the punt team on. 3.5 to go. Holy Trinity with that 7-0 lead over Richview. Punt formation. They've had a little trouble with the snaps, and there's another trouble with it. He's in a lot of trouble now. He's going to get dragged down. Richview. Turnover on downs. We've seen quite a few poor snaps so far, and we'll watch this one float, and it floats over to the right. By the time he gets the fingertips on it, there's 2 red jerseys there. That was Liddell and McCowan all over him. He got help from Forte and a huge turnover on downs. That'll set Richview up in plus territory. And we'll see what they can do in these last few minutes of the first half. Cochran again looks back to throw. He's got a receiver sprinting down, triple coverage, but he comes up with a catch, an unbelievable catch by Jones Donald, triple coverage, and the big receiver goes up and high points it. The QB just heaves it up there, and he goes over. If you're watching on Sunday football, you just got mossed. A great reception on the near side. Jones Donald puts Richview in great position to try and get on the board here. So now it's Rhea from the gun. You've seen Cochran and Rhea at the quarterback position. They've been mixing it up. Rhea now takes it himself. There is a call. Looks like we had some movement. Referees come to talk about it, so we'll get the official word.
Offside on the defense. 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
So a big offside penalty is going to move it up 5 more yards. So it's 1st and 5. It looks like they still have the sticks down, so they must be just shy of the goal line. So they might be able to get a first down. Rhea again. The quarterback in kind of a pistol formation. Hands it off near side. 3-yard line, trying to barrel through. Gets finally wrestled to the turf. Unable to get across, so that's Amar again. Galinsky in on the tackle. Looks like McKinday was there as well. So that's going to bring up a 2nd down. We're at 2.5 to go here in the first half. Holy Trinity with that 7-0 lead. They scored in about 4 minutes into that first quarter on the long touchdown run from Elijah Felix. So Cochran's back under center. Hands off, running back, gets wrestled down for a loss. Mezek had nowhere to go. So Mezek loses ground. And a huge tackle. That's big number 90. Carter Stockwood Izzy with the tackle. So it's 3rd and 4 from the 4.
Timeout offense.
It looks like we're going to have a timeout. Indeed we do. Richview wants to talk about it. Important play here with under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Richview trails by 7 here in the Asa Bowl. The 2023 Asa Bowl series. Our partners are Leona 625. We'd like to thank them for being our presenting partners here on We Digital Productions. So we're setting up here again, 3rd and 4 to go. So a huge play. It looks like Cochran's in that quarterback from the gun. He's got 4 receivers over to the right side. He's got 1 back with him. That's Mezek. In motion, that's Jones-Donald. They give it to Jones-Donald around the end. He looks to cut it back. Fights for the end zone. Big pile up, push back. It looks like it's short. So Holy Trinity holds their ground. And that's going to be another turnover on downs. A big defensive stop for the Titans to keep Richmond at 0. So we'll see what they do with 1:49 to go in the first half. They're going to be backed up in the shadows of their own goalpost. Some late arrivals on offense for Holy Trinity. Richview going to look to keep them pinned back. Handoff to the fullback. He barrels through for a few yards. That's a good gain from that spot, giving them a little bit of breathing room. That was 18. That looked like Jaden Legister on the run, the fullback. 6-footer, grade 12 student. So we got 5 on that one. Brought it out to the 8-yard line with 1.5 minutes to go. So a big 2nd and 5 here for Holy Trinity. Handoff, not much room. That's going to be short. So it's another big 3rd down. So Richview might have a quick 2 and out here. We'll see what Holy Trinity does here on 3rd down. As you see the inside handoff. Lots of red jerseys around as the Saints wrap them up. So 3rd and 3. Looks like we're going to have another timeout here.
Timeout offense.
Now I'll go to the offense. They weren't sure. They had a little bit of personnel trouble. That's the punter. It looks like might be coming on. You can see the coach coming out as well. He wants to get right in that huddle to show them what they want here on this 3rd down. Yeah, there's a look at the coach heading with a couple of players there past your screen as they look in on the Richview Saints huddle. 1:10 to go here. This 3rd bowl game of the day here on We Digital Productions. We're going to have bowls Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday all day long. Got another one to follow after this one. 3 more tomorrow and 2 more on Wednesday to finish off the 2023 Asa Bowl series. So a huge 3rd and 3 back in their own 10-yard line. Couple of steps in his own end zone. The punter has his feet in the end zone. Not a great snap again. They do take a safety. So they're going to play the field position game to see if they can hold them. They give up the 2 points, so Richview will get the 2 points on the scoreboard back in the booth. So it's 7-2 now. And Richview will gain possession back in their own end. So Holy Trinity playing the field position game here late in the first half. So instead of trying to punt it with this swirling wind, and we've seen a couple times, Holy Trinity's had some problems with the punting unit, they'd rather push the ball all the way over to the 35-yard line to see if they can get out of this half still up by 5. So the offense coming on the field now for the Saints. And we'll see what they elect to do here in the waning moments of the first half of this one. They got Cochran, it looks like, from the pistol. Looks to throw. Throws it to the back, but he's wrapped up immediately and thrown down to the turf. So a great defensive play by the Titans, and that's going to be second down. So they try and put the ball in the air. They did make the catch, but he had no room to run. And we're still about now ticked at a minute. We'll see if they get a stop. If Holy Trinity could get a stop, they might be able to get a chance to get a couple more offensive plays off. Drops it back. He pulls the ball down, looking for the first down marker. He's got it. He's going to run out of bounds for a big first down. Getting close to midfield, Ethan Cochran, a huge first down for the Saints. So that might change the strategy now for Richview. You can see he took a couple of steps back, but as soon as he saw those ends coming around, he smartly tucked that ball away and looked for greener territory. Found some room down the left side and got more than enough for the first down. Close to the midfield stripe. Cochran has a little trouble with the snap. He's running for his life. Just heaves the ball forward. He just kind of pushed that one forward because he felt all sorts of pressure coming. And you can see the end all over him as soon as he gets the ball. And just kind of shoves the ball forward. So it's 2nd and 10 now. 35 seconds. Cochran's still in there from the gun. He's got 4 receivers on the far side. And there's Jones Donald coming around. Quarterback keeps it. He does fire. That's going to be well short of everybody. That ball falls incomplete. So they faked the handoff this time to Jones Donald. So they've been giving it to him a bit. So they're trying to catch the D off guard. He tucked it down, but didn't have enough of the arm strength on that one, Cochran, to try and reach his receivers. He had lots of time to throw, and finally started running out of time. And you can see the receivers another 5+ yards downfield. So they're going to have to kick this one away as Rhea is back ready to kick this one away. So lots of change of possessions in this first half. Teams having trouble moving the ball. A one-hopper to the punter. He does a nice job to get that one away. Fielded it. The ball's on the turf. The receiver falls on it. Back on his own 22-yard line, we'll call it. So he played that one up around the shoulder pads, and it kind of bounced off of him. And that's where Holy Trinity Titans are going to set up shop. With just 21 seconds to go, neither team has a timeout according to the scoreboard here at Acumen Stadium. So I wouldn't be surprised if they just try and go to the locker room up 5 points, but we'll see what they do. And he indeed does take a knee. The Titans satisfied with that 5-point lead in this closely fought first half. They're going to let the clock tick down, and they're going to take one final knee to end this first half. Clock is now at 0, so this final snap will end it. And there it is. So Holy Trinity, we're through a half. Holy Trinity leads it 7-2. My name's Dan Dominguez. We're going to take a short warming up break, and we'll be back with you in the second half right after these messages.
Manpower. That's our specialty. We use it to build infrastructure, like the $1 billion Parkway. That's real manpower in action. End to end, over 1,000 strong, forming bridges, carving out tunnels, shaping roadways. Our manpower is in demand. Well-trained, highly skilled, tough as nails. We've got what it takes to build your career. A solid career for building a better future. LiUNA. Feel the power.
I'm Mark Hees, president of Canuck Stuff. I'm here with lead designer Freddie, who designed all these great OFSA designs. Hey, how do you get OFSA gear? Well, you go to the OFSA shop. There's the link above. You come to our store here at Canuck Stuff. We have an OFSA gear section. Come to one of our championships, and you get all this custom championship logo gear. And, hey, pay attention to our social media channels, where we'll be having a lot of contesting to get more gear.
Nice.
Come and join us.
Have an awesome day.
Hey everyone, it's a very special year for OFSA in 2023-2024. High schools, to mark our 75th anniversary, April 24th has been designated OFSA Day. It's not too late to apply for a $300 grant funded by the Ministry of Education. Use it towards mass participation in an activity in your school on the big day. Just visit ofsa.on.ca/programs/OFSA Day and apply today. Let's all participate to celebrate our milestone by getting all students moving this April.
When I was in high school, my team felt like a family. We were a family. We did everything together. It wasn't just drills and early practices. It was everything in between. We had so much fun, and it was our coaches who made it happen. Now I'm coaching, and I see myself in my team. They're learning, working hard, and building their own friendships, just like I did. That's why I coach.
I remember the tournaments, the championships, the ride to road games, when you forget you're a high school student for a while. But now I'm behind the bench and I'm picking up new things for my students. There's so much you can learn on the field that you simply can't learn in the classroom. I look at my students, the joy on their faces, and that's why I coach.
The friendships we formed, the character we built, that's what I remember. I don't want to be just that guy with the clipboard and whistle. I want to inspire my students, like my parents and coaches did for me. I still look up to them, and I want to be that positive force in my students' lives. That's why I coach. The friendships we formed, the character we built, that's what I remember.
My team felt like a family. We were a family. We did everything together. It wasn't just drills and early practices. It was everything in between.
I remember the tournaments, the championships, the ride to road games, when you forget you're a high school student for a while.
I don't want to be just that guy with the clipboard and whistle. I want to inspire my students, like my parents and coaches did for me.
There's so much you can learn on the field that you simply can't learn in the classroom.
We had so much fun, and it was our coaches who made it happen.
I still look up to them, and I want to be that positive force in my students' lives.
They're learning, working hard, and building their own friendships, just like I did. That's why I coach.
Manpower. That's our specialty. We use it to build infrastructure, like the $1 billion Parkway. That's real manpower in action. End to end, over 1,000 strong, forming bridges, carving out tunnels, shaping roadways. Our manpower is in demand. Well-trained, highly skilled, tough as nails. We've got what it takes to build your career. A solid career for building a better future. LiUNA. Feel the power.
Second half action. We got some more snow flurries coming around Acumen Stadium as the second half's about to kick off. The Holy Trinity Titans scored a touchdown in the first quarter. Do you think that's 7-0 lead? They gave up a safety late in the first half, sacrificing some field position. So it's 7-2 as the ball rolls off the tee. Looks like they're going to have somebody hold that one down on this cold, windy day here in Windsor, Ontario. Bringing you this game from the Leona 625 broadcast booth here at Acumen Stadium. The left footer boots it away. Just over, it's touched, and he just slides down on it, number 92. That's Stephen Hatney. Got a hand on it, but had to fall on the ball. So we're underway here in the second half. And it looks like the wind, snow, and cold is getting worse as night has fallen here in Windsor. The lights are pretty much taking full effect now here at the stadium. We've seen low-scoring games all day long. They take over at the 23-yard line. Little handoff on the inside. Kind of tries to juke around. There is a flag down, so that'll probably be a hold coming back from our head referee, Dave Frank. No, give me a low block. They're going to get backed up. So not a good start for the second half for Richview. They had trouble moving the ball. They had a little bit of success down in the second half. The second half of the first half, I should say, and then late in the second quarter. But a couple of penalties pushed them back.
Necessary roughness. Cut block, number 29. Result of the play back 15 yards, second down.
And the penalty will push them back here again as they start their first drive of the second half. We'll see if we can catch that low block. And there it is. You can see it on the far side. Number 65. That's McGowan. So they're backed up now all the way inside their 10-yard line at the 7. Second and 26 yards to go. They hand the ball off, and he's wrapped up immediately at the 5-yard line. So a great defensive effort from Holy Trinity. That looked like Carter Stockwood Izzy with the tackle. I don't think that works. So they're going to be way backed up. So we'll see if they elect to take the safety. We saw that once in the first half. It's 3rd and 26 from their own 7. The punter is about 6-7 yards deep in the end zone. So they might play that same field position game. That's Rhea. Sacrificing the 2 points. Low snap. He does want to kick it away. He kicks a low liner. Couple of hops. Finally tracked down by Hurley. Hurley looking for room. Gets a block. A big block. There is a flag. There's another flag as there's an injured player. Made it called a blindside block. We'll see. So number 11 getting helped back to his feet. That's Sam Flynn. So it looks like it might have paid off. So the foul indeed goes to Holy Trinity.
Necessary roughness. Blindside block. Number 4. 15-yard penalty, first down.
Yeah, it looked like it was that blindside block. I'm not sure if we caught it on the replay or not. We just saw the tail end of it at the very beginning of that replay. That block. So that's going to back them up. So Holy Trinity had a chance to have great field position there, but Richview, punting from their own end zone, is able to get the ball all the way back to Holy Trinity's 45-yard line. And that's where they set up shop with Christian Watson under center again. Christian Brown, I'm sorry. Handoff, fullback, wrapped up immediately. That looked like McElhenney on the run. Couldn't quite see a number. Wrapped up by multiple red jerseys. 45 in on the tackle. That's Nicholas Soltis getting some help from his friends on that tackle. 10 minutes to go here. Just getting underway here in the third quarter. 7-2. The Holy Trinity Titans lead over the Richview Saints. Both teams champion of their respective conferences. Little end around on the handoff. That's Hurley. Hurley looking for room, getting chased by red jerseys. Tries to get the edge. Leaps over a defender. And gets brought down just shy of the 50. So he tried to hurdle the defender. It was Dane Hurley, the 5'11" grade 12 student, comes just short of the first down. He's still about 7 yards short. He went a lot east and west on that play, not a lot of north-south running. As the Richview defense does their job. And there'll be another punt. High punt. Receiver's there. 37-yard line. He fumbles it. That looks like Holy Trinity's there. We're waiting for the official point. And it is indeed a turnover on the punt. The returner had to run up here at the end. We'll see if we catch it. And you can see him not quite get underneath it. And the punt hits the turf. Number 12, Makins, couldn't come up with it. And a huge turnover. Holy Trinity with the ball. At the 39-yard line, they'll set up first down, 9 minutes to go in the third. So the tall 6'2" quarterback crouches under the center. Hands off to the back, comes near side. Looking to grab the edge, cuts back. And still pushes his way forward. Alex Shinnis with the tackle. And that's Elijah Felix with the good gain on first down. It looked like that ball was supposed to go up the middle. That's where a lot of the blocking was. But Felix decides to cut it outside. And gets 7 on the play. You'll remember back in the first half, Felix had that huge 56-yard touchdown. The only major score of this one so far. As we still stand at 7-2 in favor of the Titans. So 2 backs behind the quarterback under center. Another handoff, kind of runs into his own man. And he's not going to have enough to gain the first down. A pile of red jerseys bring the running back down. That's Felix again getting tackled. It looks like 45 was the first guy to slow him down. That's Nicholas Soltis again. We've called his name a couple times now this second half. So with 3rd and 2, we'll see what Holy Trinity decides to do. It looks like the big personnel change, but it looks like the quarterback is still out there as he comes back with a play here on 3rd and short. The clock winds. This time he's got 3 backs behind him. So kind of a goal line set. We do have a whistle. It might be a timeout over from, and that is a timeout from Holy Trinity. They want to discuss this one. So they sent that goal line offense out there. 3 running backs in the backfield behind the QB. They have 2 yards still to gain. Take a moment while we have a quick break here to thank our presenting partners, Leona 625. With their help, We Digital Productions can bring you all this 2023 OSSA Bowl Series to you. We're going to be here. We've been here all day Monday. We'll be here for 3 more tomorrow and a couple more on Wednesday. Wall-to-wall football action here from Acumen Stadium, the cold, beautiful campus of St. Clair College here in Windsor, Ontario. So they're lining up now again for this big third down. So 4 backs kind of in the backfield right now. 1 man in motion. Handoff up the middle for the fullback. It's going to be close on depends on which referee. The near referee doesn't give it to him. We'll see who does the official spot. As we take a look at the replay. And it's a turnover on downs. A huge defensive stand for the Richview Saints on 3rd and short. They stop the Titans cold and get their offense back on the field, trailing by 5 here with 7:09 to go in quarter number 3. So Richview is going to look to get their offense going. They're going to take over just inside their 30. That looks like Cochran's going to start under center. He's in a gun. Lots of receivers to the far side. There's that inside handoff to Jones-Donald again. JD around the far side, tries to cut it up. He does gain 4, maybe call it 5 on first down. So Christian JD Jones-Donald has been the offensive standout for Richview so far. They've tried to get the ball in his hands as often as they could. It's been tough going, putting the ball in the air. So it's going to be a big 2nd and 4. He was able to gain 6 on that first down. That looks like it might be Rhea again now in at QB. He's going to take it himself. He tucks it in. Oh, big hit! Gets upended short of the first down marker. A big hit from the Titans. That looked like 26 on the play. That's Malachi Soundme with the big hit on 2nd and short. He's a grade 10. He came flying in, read the play perfectly, and that brings the punt team back onto the field. Oh, there's a player down right just past midfield. I don't know if it's cramping up in this cold weather, but it's tough going, big or small. He's reaching down for that back of his leg. So we have a stoppage in this one. We'll take that time to mention the next game we have coming up at 7 p.m. today. We have St. Mary's taking on the South Lions from London, Ontario. That game's going to be right here at Acumen Stadium. We Digital Productions, again, having all the action for you in association with Leona 625, our presenting partners. So that game's going to kick off here at 7 o'clock. That'll be the last game of day 1. That's the Western Bowl for the 2023 OSSA Bowl Series here in Windsor, Ontario. So the player's going to get assisted to the sidelines, and we're going to get ready to this punt formation again. So this time, if you look on the right side, there's like 3 players back for the Titans on this punt return, keeping an eye for any fakes as well. High snap. It gets up through the kicker's hands. He still manages to get the ball away and receive at the 50. He has nowhere to go and just crumples down at the 50. That's Alex Norman, the first man there for the Richview Saints. So we've seen some trouble with the snaps from center. Both teams have now had issues. But a nice job, you'll see. The snap just goes over the tall punter's head. Austin Rhea able to compose himself and get that ball off. And Holy Trinity has the ball again on the 51. Quarterback this time from the gun. That's Brown. Lots of movement over the right side. This time another throw screen to the right side. No gain, maybe even lost the yard, it looks like, on the screen pass. The Saints up for the task, reading that screen pass all the way. So you can see number 9 coming around in motion. That's Owen Belfry. They fire it to him on the right side quickly, but he had nowhere really to go. As the Saints dragged him down, loss of a couple. So it's 2nd and 12. 4.5 to go here in the third. Little play action, kind of rolls to his right, throws on the run. That ball gets tipped away by the defender. That's 21, Kyle McCowan, with the pass defend. As you see, the QB can just kind of scramble to the right and try and throw it on the run. But a good job. I'm not sure that ball would have reached the receiver regardless, but still defended nicely nonetheless. And yet another punt in this one, as we're still at 7-2. Quickly gets it off. This time, not a lot of receivers. This one's rolling towards the sidelines and eventually trickles out right around the 45-yard line. So not much gain on that punt there. 4:01 to go, third quarter. So another opportunity for Richview. They haven't got much going today. Had the one good series late in the first half, but were unable to capitalize on a couple of good offensive plays. So the score remains 7-2. The Titans still riding high in that long touchdown by Elijah Felix. The crowd's starting to make a little bit more noise here. We got a few fans from both sides. One team from the Toronto area. Cordis the other. Fakes the handoff, rolls right, goes to the left. Far side, past midfield, first down gain. Ethan Cochran fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, and hustles to the far side of the line of the field to get a first down. So a big first down. That looked like Jalen Connell finally forcing him out of bounds on the far side. Connell was kind of late. That was 21 with the push out. That's Tristan Smith. Gets credit for that tackle. There's that play again. JD Jones-Donald looking for room. Dances past a couple of guys, but finally gets hit down. A lot of running for no gain. 4 or 5 black jerseys around him. That's Brown in on the tackle. That's Gavin Brown. So it's a lot of steps from JD, but not a lot of success. Smith and Brown, a couple of the tacklers there for Holy Trinity. So Tristan Smith, there is a player down for Richview. Trainers already attending to them. It's going to be 2nd and 10 yards to go on the 52-yard line, just past midfield. 3:11 to go on the clock. Again, we're at Acumen Stadium. Thank you for joining us. I'm Dan Dominguez, the whole We Digital crew, trying to bring you this offset football action in this cold weather. So there's some of the action we've had today. You had Justin Prince on the call for those first 2 games as Bear Creek beat Chaminade 25-0 in the Simcoe Bowl. The Northern Bowl, Assumption defeated Hammersholt 21-4 in the Northern Bowl. Currently, we got the Metro Bowl with another quarter and a bit to go. And like I mentioned earlier, at 7 o'clock, the Western Bowl. St. Mary's versus South Collegiate. They're just outside of London. They're just in London, Ontario. And there's a look at the snow coming across the field in our face here up in the Leuna 625 broadcast area. And it's a cold, cold evening with the wind chill for these players and camera operators up here. As we'll look to bring you home in these last 15 minutes of this one. And then we'll have another 4 quarters of high school football action for you at 7 o'clock tonight, the last game of the night of the 2023 OFSA Bowl Series here, Acumen Stadium, St. Clair College, Windsor, Ontario. So Cochran in the gun, takes a little quick 3-step drop, has a wide open receiver. That's Jones Donald. He's kind of splits the D. He's still on his feet, finally dragged down at the 10-yard line. Wide open down the middle of the field, finds the seam, and then battles through a couple tacklers. And Richview is in business. Watch where that was a play earlier, actually, that run. That's not the passing play that we just had. But the nice throw down the middle from Cochran. Christian J.D. Jones Donald with a beautiful catch and run, fighting off a couple of would-be tacklers. And they have it. First and looks like it's going to be goal. They look like they're right at the 10. So a chance for them to get in the end zone. Handoff. Nowhere to go. Maybe it looks like he even lost a yard. That's Amar again on the run. And crawling out of the pile. Number 90. That's Carter Stockwood Izzy. Part of the tackling crew for the Titans. Good job by the D-line of the Titans, forcing them back. Now let's see what we do have a player down. That's the running back on that last play, Abdullah Amar. He got taken down and being tended to by a trainer. Quarterback Ethan Cochran over to the sideline to talk to his coaching staff, see what they want to do on this big 2nd and 11. They trail by 5. Cold snow flurries here in Windsor. Got a minute 55 to go in the 3rd quarter. Now a couple of the team trainers come to check on the team. There's a weather report. There's a cloudy and light snow. Feels like -8. Feels a lot colder out here in the Leona broadcast area with that 35-kilometer-hour wind. And then up to 2 centimeters of dusting. We haven't seen any real accumulation. Maybe a little bit in the volleyball court to my left, but not a lot of accumulation of snow. But it's definitely a good wind tunnel up here in the Leuna 625 broadcast area. So we're ready to go here. We got an update. They're calling it a -11 wind chill, which I'm going to believe that number a little bit better, because my face is frozen. So a huge play. The referee winds the clock. QB under center. He fakes it up. He's going around the left end. He keeps it. He's looking for a pylon. Cuts it back to the end zone. Big hit at the end zone. Waiting for the official call. They're saying he's just short of the line. He did not reach the end zone. A beautiful play by Cochran. A nice fake on the handoff. You can see the Trinity player bite on it. And now he's looking for a hole. Decides to try and power his way. A nice job of tackling. That looks like Connell, I believe I saw on the tackle. Jalen Connell, number 4, the 5'8 safety, making the big hit to help push him back. But a huge 3rd and goal to go from the 1-yard line. We'll see if we see the old Philadelphia Eagles tush push. And it looks like they put number 15 in there at QB. That's Rhea. Rhea pushes forward, waiting for the official call. Touchdown! The Richview Saints have taken the lead, 8-7. We'll fix that score for you real quickly. And it's 8-7 Richview with the extra point pending, with just under a minute to go here in quarter number 3. And you'll see the push forward. And he does get the push. I see number 2 involved. That's Shinnis. He had help from a couple players, but big Austin Rhea with a touchdown quarterback sneak. And after trailing the entire day, the Richview Saints have taken the lead. So they line up for the point after. That looks like Garlock is the kicker. He gets the ball off, and it's up and good. So Leif Garlock, tough to kick those extra points, even the short extra points on this cold, windy day. Like kicking a frozen rock through the goalposts. But they extend the lead and lead by 2, 9-7. Under a minute to go in the third. And they'll be kicking off left to right across your screen. The red and white jersey and pants. Holy Trinity Titans in the all black. A little bit of purple trim. They'll look for a good return here as they now trail for the first time in this ball game. They're going to have someone hold the ball as those wind gusts are coming up. That's Nicholas Soltis. Drew the short straw, and he'll have to hold the ball for the kicker. Waiting for the referee to blow this back in. It looks like it's going to be Jones Donald with the kick. He's been there to do everything. Gets a long run up and a nice boot down the center of the field. Dropped by Holy Trinity. There's got look like he might have taken a knee on it, trying to scoop it up. That's Hurley. So Hurley had a little bit of trouble receiving that one. And you'll see here, once that he kind of goes to scoop it, he's going to pick it up. That knee's going to touch the turf, ending the play right around the 28-yard line. So we'll see how Holy Trinity Titans can respond as a team from Toronto has the lead. There's a player late getting off for Richview. He's sprinting to the sidelines. Let's see if he gets off in time. Looks like they might have used a timeout just to get him off. It is a timeout for the defense because he was going to have trouble getting off in time. That was 54, Liam Sheedy hustling to the sidelines, but the coaching staff elects to use a timeout. So it looks like both teams have used a timeout, it looks like, in this second half. So both teams have one remaining. Holy Trinity Titans have the ball, their own 28-yard line. Christian Brown still under center. They've been trying to get the ball to Hurley quite a bit. Elijah Felix had the long touchdown way back when in the first quarter. That big 56-yard touchdown run was our first score of the game. It looks like a handoff to Felix as well. Again, not a lot of room there. You got a few. As Felix gets helped back off the turf. I saw number 8. That's Ryan Mezek as one of the would-be tacklers. So the clock is ticking. Just under 15 to go. So there's a chance this could be our last play of the third quarter. Brown trying to get all his guys in the right area. The clock does tick to 0, so this should be the last play of the quarter. Takes the handoff, rolls right, looks for a receiver, throws it off the back foot, but gets dragged down and falls well incomplete. Waiting for the official call, but that should end the third quarter. There will be a punt team coming, as you'll see the replay here. And we're through 3 quarters, so a big touchdown by Richview here in the third quarter. They take a 9-7 lead. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with you here on We Digital. we're back with a quick punt. The wind really blowing that ball. It gets past midfield. Richview looking to pick up, and they just elect to kind of fall on it, and they might have drawn a no yards penalty. Again, we'll wait for the official word from our head referee, Dave Frank. As JD kneels on the ball around midfield, the referees come to conference. Indeed, no yards.
No yards on the kicking team. 5-yard penalty. First down.
So that'll push the ball up 5 more yards. Richview will start. Now the ball is on the plus side. They're going to be in Holy Trinity territory. Tough to say that with the frozen cheeks, but I'm working on it. The ball's on the 54-yard line. It looks like Cochran from the gun. Lots of motion. They drop back the pass. He's got a lot of time. Throws it deep. He's got a receiver there. Looks like it might be a flag. No flag. Looked like the defender might have got away with one. Might have did a little tug on the jersey. There is a flag somewhere I'm seeing. I don't see it on the ground. Let's see on the replay if we can see the tug. You can see that left hand a little bit.
Illegal substitution by the offense. Penalty is declined, second down.
So a penalty on the offense is declined. So an illegal substitution was declined. Tristan Smith was the defender we saw in that play. Might have got that left hand on the hip of the receiver. Nonetheless, it's 2nd and 10, no call on the pass interference. Big 2nd and 10 here for Richview. That looks like Cochran from the gun. Fires it. That wind really blew the ball to the right. And he might have stepped out of bounds well short of the mark. That looks like Noah Zaborowski with the reception. Watch the wind take this ball. He's going to throw it from the 40, not from the 51. And that ball was actually a lateral. It went that far to the right with the wind-blown pass. So it would have been interesting if the receiver didn't come up with it, what the referees would have called. So you see the wind having a factor here as it's definitely picked up. As we heard, oh, there is an injured player now. As we mentioned, minus 11 and dropping. We're going to have another game for you after this one as they tend to the injured player. And there it is, the Western Bowl. St. Mary's, the NASA champs, against South Collegiate. That's the South Lions. They're from London. And they're the WASA champs. That's going to be kicking off at 7 o'clock following this game. We're going to have 3 more games for you tomorrow here on We Digital Productions for the 2023 OFSA Bowl Series. Again, thanking our partners, Leona 625, for helping us bring you this, as our presenting partners, to bring you this broadcast here from We Digital Productions as they help the young man off the field. He's going to need some help, assistance getting to the sideline. There's a look at some of the Richview players trying to stay warm, as we all are here today on this cold Monday evening in late November. A steady flurry pretty much all day long, luckily not accumulating too much on the field. Trying to get a number that looked like number 18. That could be Jaden Legister being helped off. I think it is. There it is. Legister is a 6-foot grade 12 student for the Holy Trinity Titans getting helped off. We hope to see him back soon. So a big third down. The punt team is on. Rhea again back to punt. He scored a touchdown on that QB sneak not that long ago to give Richmond. Oh, he drops the snap and goes down. More punt team troubles from both teams. This time the Titans will capitalize on the turnover on downs. That punt looked like he just missed it. He just dropped it. No gloves on the punter. So those cold hands couldn't grab the pigskin. There is a flag down on the far side, so we'll see what the call.
The defense, 10-yard penalty, first down.
A penalty on the Holy Trinity. Too many men. And a massive penalty. Too many men. And that's a 10-yard penalty. And that leads to a huge first down. Holy Trinity was set to have the ball around midfield, and Richview catches a break. And they'll get a fresh set of downs here on the 42-yard line of the Titans. So a big break on the penalty. And we'll see if Richview can do something to capitalize. From the gun, looks to pass, up the middle, gets a hand on it, it's intercepted! Off the hand of JD, running down the far sideline, pushed out of bounds. That ball was just a little out front of Jones Donald. He gets a hand on it, just enough to hold it up to the defender, and it is picked off on a massive turnover. You can see him, watch him get the hand, just tips it to the defender, and that looks like Connell. More flags. Looking for the referee's official word.
Roughness. 65 red, late hit out of bounds, 15-yard penalty, first down.
So that penalty goes against Richview. It looks like objectionable conduct. So the ball is turned over. It looked like Jalen Connell, the safety, 5'8", grade 12 safety, with a well-timed interception. And they'll now have the ball in plus territory as they just crossed midfield on the penalty. 10:19 to go in this one. 2-point game. Holy Trinity trails by 2 with the ball. Christian Brown throws one up in the air. That one is just hits the turf, almost intercepted. Number 2, Alex Sheenis looked like he was there. We got a player down for Holy Trinity. The wide receiver getting help to his feet. And you can see the wind kind of hold that ball up as Sheenis gets a hand on it. It's actually a nice play by the wide receiver for Holy Trinity to help break that one up. That's Dane Hurley. Hurley had to play defensive back on that one, which he does for this team, to keep Richview from picking that one off. So a big 2nd and 10. We're under 10 to go. From the gun, we haven't seen Brown in the gun too often today. He's going to throw it near side. Hurley has it, looking for room. Comes in the near sideline, heading to the pylon. First down, a huge first down. Hurley with the catch and run on the screen. So a wide receiver screen. You can see just a one-step drop, and he gets it off quickly. 24 almost knocked it down. That was Ryan Forte. And the speed of Hurley able to gain a big first down as the ball is inside the 40 now with 9.5 to go in the game. So the Titans break the huddle. Brown checks with his backs. He's got kind of an I formation set behind him. 3 receivers on the far side, 1 on the near. Hand off to the back of the ball, hit the turf. Who's got it? Richview says they have it. Wait for the referee's official word. They're still unpiling players. And there it is, a fumble, a huge turnover, and Richview gets the ball back. So the running back could not handle that handoff. The ball hits the turf. Players from both sides piling on top of it. We'll try and see what we can see. That looks like Elijah Felix never had a handle. And once it hit the turf, all sorts of red jerseys are diving into the pile. And they come up with the ball. So a massive turnover as Richview has the ball and the lead. 2-point lead. Ethan Cochran from the gun, lots of motion. Inside handoff, comes near side looking for blockers. Big block! That's a massive block, number 88. You have to get a number there. He has Mason Franco Derrick with a huge block on that one to help spring the running back. Let's look at that again. Watch this big hit coming up. 12 gets it. Makins gets the handoff. Watch 88. He's looking for someone to hit, and there he is. There's his victim, Dean Hurley. So they gain just about 4 on the play. Second down. Richview breaks the huddle. Not in a big hurry with 8.5 to go. They're going to delay here because there's still a trainer on the far side helping the injured player from the Titans off the field. There you see walking to the sidelines. Cochran is going to set up from the gun. He's got Isaiah Jones just off to his left. Looks like he's got another back with him. That's Shinnis. Takes it himself, tucks it in, but gets wrapped up by the Titans. Might have hesitated a little bit too much on that one. It's going to be 3rd and long. You can see he wants to tuck this down right away. One step back and tucks it. But that hole closed up real quickly. And a nice job by the D-line of the Titans. So the punt team is out again. The punters are definitely getting a workout, especially with some of these tough snaps they've been getting. This wind is definitely a factor. The wind, the cold, the snow. Fake, it's snapped to the up man. Battling forward. It looks like it's close to the first down, waiting for the mark. I think he's got it. He's right at the mark, waiting for the official call. First down, a huge first down for Richview. They snap it to Sheenis, the up man. And he just gets enough, a good spot by the officials to gain that first down, as Richview now with 7.5 to go, lead by 2 and get a fresh set. The clock ticking. Cochran again from the gun. Little inside handoff. Looking for the near side. That's Jones Donald. Jones Donald with a nice, looks like a late hit. There's the flag. That's going to move the ball up even more. Connell with a late hit. So Christian Jones Donald gained about 7 or 8 on the play, but they're going to gain more on the late hit. So a raucous crowd getting involved now from the stands. The referees are talking about it, where they're going to spot it. Looked like Connell, who is down on the play, was the player who had the late hit. We'll see the replay here now. Jones Donald fights off the one tackle. Nice block there by Sheenis. Out of bounds, lowers the shoulder. A good step too late, which will bring the penalty. Looks like we got penalties on both sides, so that's huge. So they're bringing the captains together to figure out what they're going to do with this ball. Saw the referee motion, it will be a first down. So there's a holding on the offense, and that late hit on the defense is going to be coming up. So we'll see where the official spot is going as Isaiah Jones talks with our head referee, Dave Frank, in charge. And here's the call.
There are 2 fouls on the play.
holding on the offense, necessary roughness on the defense. We're going to go to the 55-yard line, first down, red.
So holding and unnecessary roughness. It will be a first down at the end of all of that. As they look to spot the ball, it looks like it's going to be right in the middle of the Saints logo, right at the stripe. So they'll be 55 yards away from pay dirt here. 7:16 to go. Quarterback Ethan Cochran comes back to the huddle. Gets the play from the sideline. And we'll see what they can do here. The coach, that's Stath Kumutsius, with the play call. Lots of time scrambling. Now he's in trouble. Scrambles back to the right side. He's going to tuck this ball away. He's got a little bit of room. Enough for a first down and more. Inside the 30-yard line, a huge scramble and run from Ethan Cochran. There is a flag on the play. Looks like they might be pointing towards the defense on the flag, but we'll wait. It will be another, looks like, objectionable conduct or a roughing penalty. So that's going to move the ball up even more.
Unnecessary roughness, number 53 on the defense. From the end of the run, up 15 yards, first down.
So an unnecessary roughness again against the Holy Trinity Titans. They trail by 2, and they're kind of hurting themselves with the penalties right now as they move the sticks, moving all the way down the field. They're moving way down the field. Look like the mountain climber on The Price is Right. Just keep moving down. 6:44 to go. They're going to set things up on the 13-yard line. Yeah, 13-yard line. First down and 10. Richview looking for a huge score here. They're leading by 2. Trying to make this a 2-score game. If they can get the touchdown with the point after. From under center now, Cochran. He keeps the ball, goes far side, tucks it in. He's got a blocker. Cuts it back, heading to the pylon, reaches to the pylon. Touchdown, Richview. A great run by Ethan Cochran down the far side. And they take a lead of 15-7 with 6:14 to go here in the game. He rushes to the sidelines as congratulations from the bench. Watch him take this ball from under center, fakes the handoff. And you can see up ahead, number 12 with the block. That's Tristan Makins with a beautiful block to spring him, and just gets the ball on the pylon to score a huge touchdown, extend the lead to 8. There's some of the fans enjoying it from Acumen Stadium, bundled up, but they're happy. Staying warm as their team is up by 8, trying to make it 9. Good snap. There's rushes in. It's blocked! And the ball is down, so it remains a 1-score game if they can get a touchdown with the 2-point conversion. So a huge play by Holy Trinity there to keep it a 1-score game. So Holy Trinity keeps the special teams, keeps their team alive here with 6:14 to go. As they're going to get the ball on the kickoff. So 15-7. Take another opportunity to thank our sponsor, presenting partner, Leona 625, helping We Digital Productions bring you this 2023 OSSA Bowl Series. Dan Dominguez here with you, along with the whole We Digital crew, trying to stay warm out here on the Leona 625 booth here, just in the open air booth just outside the nice warm booth inside. An 8-point game. This is our third game of the day. We got one more to follow still, as they're going to have to hold the ball on the tee with this gusting wind. And there's the kickoff getting ready to line up. So they back it up. So Christian Jones-Donald taking a long run up. He's taking a 15-yard run up, it looks like, for this kickoff. Kind of a low liner. It bounces at the 25. They're going to try a little trickery. They flip it back. Looking for room. He does have a little bit of room. Breaks the tackle. Gets past the 30-yard line. That looks like Hurley on the little end-around toss. Finally tackled down. We'll see again on the kickoff. So Holy Trinity trying to get something going to spark their offense. Connell just kind of flips it back almost a little high to Hurley. And Hurley was able to get it to the 33. And Christian Brown comes back out as they trail by 8. So they're going to need a touchdown and the 2-point conversion to tie this one. Under 6 to go, handoff. Goes to the far side. Tries to shove a defender off. Gains, I'm going to say, about 4 yards. That's big number 33 on the run. That's Caleb McElhenney. 5'8", grade 12 student from Holy Trinity. So a big second and long. Second and about 7, so we'll see if Brown looks to put the ball in the air. We haven't seen Elijah Felix yet on this drive. He was big early on with that 56-yard touchdown run. Feels like a long time ago, way back in the first quarter. Brown drops back, throws it. He's got a receiver open. It looks like it's caught on the far side, inside the 50-yard line. There's a late flag as well. So I don't know if there was a taunt afterwards. We'll wait for the official call. So it looks like the pass and catch is complete. And now we'll get from the official word from the referee crew. That ball's going to go again to the offense.
Objectionable conduct. Number 1 on the offense. Back 10 yards, first down.
So it is an objectionable conduct. So a beautiful pass and catch. So they get the first down. And that looks like Hurley, but Hurley might have said something back on his way up to earn the flag. So they back it up after the catch. They do have the first down, still trailing by 8. Christian Brown looks to throw again. It's complete far side. Rushes forward, maybe gain a 3, maybe call it 4 on the first down play. We're under 5 minutes to go. So you'll get Brown just with a quick throw. That's out the 24. He got rid of that ball quickly. That was George Zinnis with the reception. 5'9", grade 12 student. With a quick reception. They trail by 8. Flag before it gets going. Probably a procedure call. Actually, a time violation, it looks like. So it looks like a violation. That's going to back them up. That's a big penalty. It's going to move it back to 2nd and 11. Back on their own 51-yard line now. Holy Trinity takes 1 step forward, 2 steps back here on this drive. They're going to need Brown probably to go to the air here on this 2nd and long. Looks to throw, goes up in the pocket, just behind the receiver. Brown was feeling the pressure and had to get rid of that ball, and he couldn't find his man. It's going to be 3rd and 11. That should bring the punt team on, but we're waiting. I don't think I've seen the punt crew come on yet. There's still over 4 minutes to go in this one. So they're waiting for a word from the bench. There's a late arrival for the Titans. That's the quarterback. So we got a play call. So we'll see what happens here on 3rd and 11. They look like they're going to maybe go for it. They do have a running back 7-8 yards deep. A little end around. He's going to have a long way to go. Trying to find a corner, cut back and forth. No chance at all. Alex Shinnis there for the tackle, and they're going to turn the ball over on downs. So I'm going to question that call from the Titans, as Coach Sheridan elects to go for it. But not really much chance on that one at all. So they turn the ball over. And with an 8-point lead with under 4 minutes to go, with 3rd and long, they take a risk trying to do a little bit of an end-around run, but that ball from the get-go didn't have much chance at all. Handoff. Jones-Donald, cut back. He's going to gain quite a few, falls forward for almost a gain of 6. The long body kind of flanker for this team. You can see that it gets the handoff and drops back 4 yards, but is able to cut it back. So not only avoids the big loss, but also gains about 5 on the play. So we're under 3 minutes to go. Richview leads by 8. They're going to look to nail this one down. The Richview Saints with the lead. The winners from the Toronto District School Board. This time a handoff goes nowhere. A nice tackle in the backfield by the Titans. So that'll bring up 3rd and long. That could bring the punt crew on. It will. So a big 2 and out from the Titans. We look at that one again. Look at that, breaking through the line of scrimmage right past 65. Couldn't do anything with him. McGowan couldn't get the block. And that brings Austin Rhea back for the punt. We've seen our challenges on the punt team today. The 3-minute whistle has officially been blown. High snap, he has to backpedal for it. Gets it off. High in the air. They blew it dead early, so the referees are already heading to midfield to see what the call was. Connell was back for it. So it looks like the possession will change on the punt. They're going to spot the ball at the 30, let's call it the 37-yard line. First down for the Titans. 2:25 to go here. We Digital Productions, Dan Dominguez with you. Thanks to Liu and a 625 for helping us present this game to you today. 2023 OSSA Bowl Series. Christian Brown again from the gun. Drops back, moves up in the pocket, line shot. That might be a little early. Looking for flags, none. And the receiver, his hands up in the air, looking for a flag as well. McElhenney, let's watch it again on the replay. Oh, just got cut off. That's okay. Look, it was close on the replay. Defender might have been there a step early. No flag, so it's 2nd and 10. .219 to go. Christian Brown, the tall 6'2 quarterback from the gun again. 3 receivers near side, now 5 receivers near side. They throw it, wide receiver screen to Hurley. Hurley dances, looking for room, nowhere to go, wrapped up. There is a flag, so we'll see what that call is. I couldn't quite see what the flag came out for. Let's see if I can catch it on the replay. Looks like they're pointing back to the offense. It's a hold. So that was number 2 on the tackle, Shinnis. Dave Frank with the hold call, giving Richview their options. It's either going to be 3rd and 10 or 2nd and 20, I would imagine. The official word.
On the offense. Penalties decline, 3rd down.
And they elect to decline, so it's going to be 3rd and 10. So we have seen the laundry flying today. I just got word from the booth. We've now seen 22 flags in this one. So the referees' arms are getting the workout firing those flags. Punt formation with just over 2 minutes to go. As I mentioned earlier, we've seen our problems on the punt team today. They're late arriving. Good snap on that one. Gets a decent one off. The wind holds it up. Nice Sunday hop for the receiver. That's Flynn. Flynn dances by and smartly goes out of bounds just past the 50-yard line. Nice little dance past the first guy. He olayed him on the first move. Number 33, McElhenney heading back to the sideline, missing that one tackle. And Richview will now set up shop on the 49-yard line. 1st and 10, 1:53 to go. Richview with that 8-point lead after scoring that touchdown but missing the point after, so it remains a 1-score ball game. It looks like they're going to go from the gun, but that's their running quarterback in there now. That's Austin Rhea. He also acts as the punter. So I'd expect them to keep the ball on the ground here with Rhea. He tucks it in and runs kind of up the middle into the pile. And he's able to, he does get pushed back, gain a 2. And there's a late flag again. So 23 and counting. Looks like they're pointing the defensive way. So Holy Trinity, when it's come down to it, has gotten penalties at the worst times in this game. As Rhea tucks it down on the replay, gets dragged. It's going to the defense. Here's the official
Unnecessary
word.
roughness. Number 55 on the defense.
Well, that's a big one.
15-yard penalty, 1st down.
So a huge unnecessary roughness call goes against the Titans, and they're walking that one off, and it's going to be an automatic 1st down with 1:49 to go. The ball is at the 44-yard line of the Titans. As the Saints are going to look to run this one out. Both teams still with 1 timeout to go in the half. Another quarterback draw up the middle. Nowhere to go. Maybe loses half a yard to a yard. As you look at Rhea again, just tucks that one down, but a big hit. That's big number 90. That's Carter Stockward Izzy, the 6'3", grade 12 student for Holy Trinity. So 1:36 and counting. And the crowd from both sides getting into it now as the final 90 seconds of this one winding down. Handoff goes far. That's Jones-Donald. Looks to find the end. Cuts it back. He goes down at the 40. So they're going to be 6 yards short of the 1st down with 3rd down coming up. You've seen this run this play a number of times. He runs way back. He's probably 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage, but he's got enough room and speed to still get a gain. So the punt team is on. Austin Rhea, again, we've seen a lot of him late in this game. He scored a touchdown on that sneak earlier. He'll look to push Holy Trinity back. Good snap. Line drive punt. Beautiful punt. He has to keep that from going in the end zone. He's got it on his own 5. A big hit on the near side. Lowers the boom. That's number 88, Mason Franco Derrick. Just dropping Hurley to the turf, and Hurley is having trouble getting up. So beautiful. You finally see a good snap and punt. There is a flag I see on the far side. And lowers the shoulder. Hurley might be seeing some stars after that one. So it's going to go against the return team as Hurley is being tended to on the near side. Dave Frank discussing the penalty with his crew, looking for the official spot. So they're still tending to Hurley on the near side. He'll have to come off for some plays if he's able to come back at all. He's a key feature of this offense. Richview getting their options on the play of what they want to, where they want to put it. And the official word.
20 men on the defense. It's a 10-yard penalty. First down, red.
So it's too many men on the field, and another, just a killer penalty, is going to lead to a Richview first down. Shooting themselves in the foot time and time again. Key penalty after key penalty, as Hurley is still down. So I don't know if they're going to wait for the young man to be helped off or not, or if they're going to blow this one back in the play in the last 58 seconds. He's kind of near the sideline, and that you can see the concussion test is the shoulder was just leveled by Mason Franco Derrick. And we'll hope the young man's okay. His day is probably done. So Richview in the huddle. And finally, Hurley back on his feet. It's good to see the young man back to his feet now after that big hit. And he'll be walked all the way across the field. One of the star players for this Holy Trinity team, the 5'11 quarterback / receiver, grade 12 student at Holy Trinity. We'll see if he's able to make his way back at all. But he'll have to sit out, I believe it's 3 plays on a high school in Canadian football rules if you come out with a trainer on injury. So number 9's back in at running back. That's Cochran. He's got Shinnis with him behind as the running back. We'll see if Cochran just keeps this himself. Might have been a jump offside. We'll see. I don't see a flag. They're looking for a strip of the ball. They don't get it. Holy Trinity does have 1 timeout left, so no gain. You can see Cochran, Richview definitely playing it safe. And he gets ripped to the turf. No gain, maybe half a yard, if anything. So we're under 50 seconds. Cochran sprinting back to the huddle. Holy Trinity running out of time as they trail by 8. He's got Shinnis behind him. Looks like Isaiah Jones as well. Shinnis gets it. He bounces it to the outside, cuts it back in, knocked down, taken down hard, right around the 20-yard line. 24.9 to be exact on the clock. A nice little run, Cochran with the handoff. He runs to the line, nothing there, kicks it to the outside, and finds a little bit of open space, and that is a defensive timeout with 25 seconds. We'll see if they elect to try and just punt this through the end zone. That Rouge would probably pretty much nail this one if they can get that 9-point lead. They got a couple of kickers. We've seen Austin Rhea all day. Also, Christian Jones-Donald we've seen on the kickoffs. He's got a strong leg, but it is indeed number 15, Austin Rhea, lining up in a punt formation. So the referee's discussing before they blow this one back into play. So we still have another whistle. And it looks like Hurley tried to come back on the field, and the referees are taking him off. I think it was only the one play he missed. So they tried to get him back on the field, but he's not allowed after coming off with the trainer. So he'll be asked to leave the field here with 25 seconds. And they bring out his replacement. So Hurley trying to get out there for one more play for his team. And you can see 2 receivers deep in the end zone for the Titans to try and return this punt. As they'll try and put the final nail in the coffin here. Rhea, not a great snap. He does get it off. A big boot. It's caught halfway deep in the end zone. He whiffs on the kickback, and it's still bouncing around right at the goal line. And it's at the end zone, and it's going to be a touchdown for Richview, and this one is going to be over. They tried the kickback to try and advance the ball to get the return, but 24, Ryan Forte celebrating, and this one is going to be all over. So a big lead for Richview now, as they now lead 21-7. They're going to do the point after. And this one's pretty much over now. We're just waiting for the final seconds to tick off. We're going to do the extra point and then a kickoff. So they tried to kick back, Holy Trinity did, and they were going to try and kick it from their end zone and maybe get a receiver to pounce on it to help their field position. It didn't work. Kind of whiffed on the kick out of the end zone, and the Richview Saints fell on it as we have a timeout called. That looks like to be the last one of the game. Richview decides to call timeout to make sure they have the proper personnel on the field. 21-7. I'm going to thank our partners, Leona 625, for helping us bring you this production. Dan Dominguez along with the We Digital crew. We got one more game to follow here at 7 p.m. along with 3 more games tomorrow and another 2 on Wednesday for the 2023 OSSA Bowl Series. So they're ready for the point after. It's up and good. A penalty-filled game. Holy Trinity had their chances, but every time they would get a big stop, found a way to get that penalty at the wrong time. And what better way to end this one? Another penalty flag. Got to be pushing 25 penalties, I think, by now. So they're already getting ready to kick this one off as we're at just over 12 seconds. We'll wait for the official word. Here it comes.
After the kick, unnecessary roughness. 9 black, 15 yards on the kickoff.
So it looks like an objectionable conduct, unnecessary roughness. So Richview Saints, they're in celebration mode here. They got this one all but wrapped up. It was a hard-fought match most of the way. The first half, Holy Trinity got that early lead. They had a 7-2 halftime lead. But if you look at that score, 20 unanswered points by the Saints. And they now lead at 22-7 in the final seconds of this bowl game. So they're going to huddle up one more time on the special teams. And that's number 5 on the kickoff again. Jones Donald getting ready to kick. Holy Trinity is going to need to do something special. They trail by 15, and here's the kick. Just a low liner. That's going to sail well out of bounds. They don't want to give them any chance of returning it. They just want to end this one. So Holy Trinity will take over on offense. And a kickoff out of bounds. And as I mentioned, we have the Western Bowl coming up shortly, 7 p.m. tonight. We got another one, folks. St. Mary's going to take the field against the South Lions from London, Ontario. The Wassa champs over against the Nassa champs. Northern Ontario, Western Ontario.
Kick out of bounds, 25 yards from the kickoff line, first down, Black.
And that'll kick off at 7 p.m. here on We Digital Productions. Our presenting partner, Leona 625. Dan Dominguez with you here in the Leona 625 broadcast area. And it looks like Christian, the quarterback, Christian Brown, just might take a knee here. We'll see if he decides to run an offensive play. We still got another delay here on the far side. And that's all she wrote, folks. The Richview Saints from the Toronto area have won the ball game. They defeat the Holy Trinity Titans 22-7. Congratulations goes to the Richview Saints. Both teams, a hard-fought match. My name is Dan Dominguez. On behalf of the entire team here at We Digital Productions, thanks for joining us. But don't go far, 7 p.m. We got another bowl here for you soon. Until then, my name is Dan Dominguez. We'll see you soon.